Good evening, YouTube. Hi, this is Sheila, guys. I have a wonderful recipe for you today. We are going to get right into this video, guys. For this recipe, guys, it's only 3 ingredients. That's all you're going to need. You are going to need some macaroni. You're going to need some cheese, guys. Lots of cheese, because we're going to melt half of this cheese for this recipe. And also for this recipe, guys, you are going to need some of your favorite sauces. So I have some smoked sausages here. I have beef, and I have, I think this is beef and pork sausages in here, guys, and that's what we're going to use. You are going to need about 2 teaspoons of salt, and we are going to get right into this recipe, guys. Okay, guys, we are going to go ahead and put our salt into our boiling water. And then we are going to add our macaroni, guys, and we are going to let this macaroni boil for about 8 minutes, guys. And guys, you might want to give your macaroni a stir, guys. I'm going to get a spoon, and we are going to stir our macaroni so they won't stick to our pan. So you got 1 box of macaroni into your pot of boiling water, guys, and we're going to let that boil for 8 minutes, and then we're going to get right into this recipe. Okay, guys, now that our macaroni have been cooking for about 8 minutes, I am going to take these macaronis and rinse them, guys, in cold water. And then I am going to put them back into the pot, guys, and I am going to melt my cheese up, and I am going to put this recipe together. Okay, guys, I have my cheese melting up in the back, and I have drained my macaroni, guys, and we're going to get right into the recipe, guys. To make your cheese sauce for your macaroni, guys, you are going to need a cup of milk, and you're going to need a little saucer pan to heat it up, guys. And I have my cheese over here. So, and my sausages, I have my sausages here, and we're going to mix this recipe up together. Okay, guys, as you can see, I have 1 cup of milk, and I added some sharp white cheese in this recipe already, guys. And it was like the hunk cheese, guys, and I had the deli to cut me a piece, so what I'm doing is just melting it down, because we're going to pour that over our macaroni, guys. And then we are going to add some more cheese, guys, because we want like a cheesy flavor for this recipe, guys. So I am going to add my season to my recipe. So as you can see, guys, I put some season of my choice into my recipe, and we're just gonna melt this cheese. And then we're gonna add this over our recipe, guys. Now, I call this my macaroni and cheese casserole, guys. And we are going to mix this recipe up together, all this cheese and this milk. And we are going to put this recipe in the oven for about 25 minutes. Okay, guys, so I am going to get my pan together and we are going to mix this up and put this in the oven for about 25 minutes. Okay, guys, as you can see, I have me 2 tablespoons of butter in our recipe. And we're just going to stir well. And then we're going to add our cheese sauce, guys. Okay, guys, we're going to add our cup of milk and that cheese that we tried to melt, guys. But it's melted. We're just going to mix it up. That's a lot of cheese, guys, but it is so delicious in this recipe. Now, you can choose to use Velveeta cheese or whatever kind of cheese you want. This is my favorite, so I use this kind of cheese, guys. So what I am going to do is I am just going to keep mixing it until my cheese just kind of melt with my butter and my milk, guys. So now that we have mixed our cheese, now our milk and all our season up, we're going to take our macaroni and cheese and add it into our pan, guys. But what we are going to do, guys, before we transfer over our mac and cheese, we're just going to add our sauces. Just add a few sauces in there, guys. And you do not have to cook your sauces before you add it to this recipe because you're going to bake it for about 25 to 30 minutes until all your cheese is just melted. Okay, guys, I am going to get our pan, and this is how this recipe gonna look. But I use a lot of cheese, guys. If you don't like a lot of cheese with your recipe, cut down on the cheese. I'm not gonna put no egg in this macaroni and cheese casserole because I already got a lot of cheese in it, guys. So I am going to try to cut down on the calories a little bit. So we're going to add this into our baking pan, guys. We're going to put it in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, guys, we are ready to put our recipe into the pan. Guys, this recipe is so cheesy, guys. Now, guys, you don't have to use the cheese that I use, but I like this recipe cheesy. I like a lot of cheese in my recipe, guys. So that's how your recipe should look when you put it into the pan. Okay, guys, we are going to spread our recipe out. And so it's kind of even in the pan, guys. So we have our cheese sauce. We got our sauces in this recipe. Now we're ready to put this recipe in the oven for about 25 minutes, guys. So I am going to add some more sauces onto the top of my recipe. And we're going to add some more cheese onto the recipe, and we're going to put this recipe in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, guys. Alright guys, I'll be back to let you see how a wonderful recipe came out. Thank you for coming into my kitchen and keeping me company. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.